Alrighty.
What's up?
What's going on?
Are we live?
I believe we are. Make sure that's.
Give us 1 second, guys. We have some, trying to check out some technical. There we go.
There we go. Turn that, mute that. Cool.
What is going on, YouTube? First of all, if you guys can hear us,
Let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
Pretty please.
Yeah, let us know in the comments below. So, what's up, man?
What's going on, sir?
So we are here in Austin, well, Cedar Park, right? Technically.
Right.
How far are we from Austin? Like,
a couple inches on the map.
I don't
maybe?
think we're that far, but we are here in Austin, Texas. If you don't know and you follow my channel, you may have not watched my videos recently, and shame on you. But anyways, we are here in Austin for the DRSCon, Dumpster Rental Systems,
Right.
Convention or conference. Not really a convention,
I think it's
more like a conference, right?
conference, I think.
So, anyways, look who I met. I met Daniel, the dumpster helper, for the first time.
What's going on?
What's up, man? So we are going live. We're live on his channel, Daniel, the dumpster helper, and on mine, American AF Dumpsters, to come to you guys live tonight to talk about why we're here, kind of what we expect out of DumpsterCon. It's a first time, so maybe our expectations shouldn't be so high, but I'm kind of hard to please. So we're gonna find out, if it's worth it. If you guys are coming, or if you guys are here already, or if you plan on coming next year, we're gonna give you a no BS, right, kind of approach to how I feel, at least on the on this conference.
Yeah.
First time.
Yeah. I was able to go today, the first unofficial day. I think it was poker and pizza, and then earlier on in the day, there was just kind of tech support there and available for ERS people, but DRS people as well for using this software system. So I went there, and they had people at every single table there ready to answer questions, help with any type of system issues you've got. I brought a checklist, a list of questions I had for DRS people to get me some answers and help me get stuff figured out. With little tweaks I wanted to do with my website and questions I had to maybe do some different things in the future with my website. They were able to answer everything, and if they couldn't, they said they were going to ask questions and get back to me. They know, exactly my company and everything. So that was the first day, the not required day of the of DumpsterCon, DRSCon. I'm very happy with it. Just getting that extra time in person to get that help. So yeah, pretty cool.
Cool. So I didn't come. Well, I came today. I drove down today. I didn't go to the first day or the optional day of DRSCon, mainly because I didn't want to take everybody's money at the bingo or the poker tables. I really didn't want to. I didn't feel comfortable taking their money like that. So,
Wow.
A bunch of suckers out there just gonna give me the money, right? So, no, just kidding. So, no, I had other things to do today, unfortunately, and I couldn't make it too early. So, so what kind of questions did you? I mean, not to get too personal or to get too deep into your business or be nosy at all, but what kind of questions did you have to come here to ask them that you couldn't have done maybe over a phone call or something, I guess?
I probably could have asked most of them over the phone, but in trying to describe and point out on my website things I wanted to change and tweak, it was just a little bit more helpful in person.
Cool.
Nothing too crazy, but the crazy thing is they had an answer for everything besides a few things that they might not have been able to do, but it was very, very helpful for me. So being a visual learner, that was a big thing. So
look, coming from somebody who has owned business for years, I've done major conferences. I've done conferences in Vegas. I every year I go to a limo show in Vegas. So to come here, it's not the same, in my opinion. It's more. It seems like it's going to be more hands-on, more one-on-one type deal. It's not the convention. It's a conference with workshops and kind of a lot of Q&A stuff. So I don't know. This is going to become completely different for me, and I'm kind of interested just to see what it's like and what's up.
Coming for me, I've only been to one other conference, convention type of business environment, which was this last year at JunkCon. And that was just kind of a whole different ball game. But looking at this and seeing kind of the outline, the itinerary that they've got lined up for the next couple of days, I think it's going to be very helpful in different categories. And I think the subjects that they will be talking about will be things that really do apply to us a lot more than the JunkCon would have been for a dumpster business compared to a junk removal company. So
Do you think?
yeah.
I'm sorry. Do you think JunkCon was more geared towards junk removal and not so much for dumpsters, or
Yeah.
Do you think, so was there any? I'm sure there's some stuff that you could have applied, but do you feel that they paid enough attention to the dumpster side of things? I guess.
I would say it definitely was more geared towards junk removal companies and the process of building that more labor intensive business. But there was a lot of principles and just little nuggets along the way of doing business in general that I was able to pick out of the junk removal side of stuff. And I'm long term, I do want to get into junk removal stuff as well, but mostly it was just helpful little nuggets that I was able to pull from junk removal side of stuff. So this being geared actually towards dumpster businesses, I'm very excited to see what they're actually going to be presenting. What's like, is it going to be tactical? Is it going to be general broad statements and focuses, or what is it truly going to be? So I'm pumped for it.
All right. So for those of you guys that don't know, so DRS is a subsidiary, or is it like a sister company to ERS, which is Event Rental Systems, which manages a lot of people's or a lot of companies that do like bounce houses and just kind of like tent and chair rentals and I guess all kinds of event rentals,
Events,
right?
yeah.
So ERS has been a long-standing company, I guess. It's a much, it's their number one business, I guess you could say, or the main software. And then DRS came on later. They kind of use the same platform as ERS, but they kind of geared it more towards dumpsters. And then it's all owned by a major company called Full Steam.
Full Steam, yeah.
Which surprised shockingly. So Full Steam actually bought out the limo software that I have been using for
really?
15 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So Full Steam bought out a Limo Anywhere, which runs all of our limo software. So just like 3 months ago. So when I heard that, I thought, well, I guess.
You're double dose.
I'm all in with Full Steam, so I guess we'll figure it out. But anyways, we're taking questions. We are here together tonight. We're just kind of hanging out. We just had dinner. We're taking questions. So if you have any questions for us, leave them in the comments below on either channel, and we're going to try to go back and forth and kind of answer some. Elijah, if you're still here, I got to shout out my son, dude.
Yeah.
E-Money always wants to say hello. What's up, E-Money? That's my boy. Love you, bro. I miss you. You have school tomorrow, so make sure you go to bed soon. Don't forget to take a shower. Kid, man. Anyways, question for you guys. Where do you guys finance your cans? Okay, so my first time that I financed cans, first time, I've only done it one time. The dealership where I bought my, what's up, E-Money? Or the dealership where I bought my trailer, which was Nationwide Trailers in Fort Worth, Texas. I financed them straight through the dealership. It wasn't the best loan terms. Like, I'll tell you that right now. A credit union will probably give you better interest rates and stuff like that. But because it was a brand new company, it was super easy for me to just get financed. I knew I was going to pay it off pretty quick, which I ended up paying it off probably in 7 months. I paid off all the trailer and the dumpsters. But I paid half down, and the other half of the package deal, the trailer and the dumpsters, I did finance. So yeah, go if I would say number one would be go to your local bank or credit union if you have good credit. They'll probably have to do it if you're a brand new company. They'll probably have to do it off your personal credit. If you're have a little bit of history, I was able to finance my Mack truck under the company, which was cool because it's a year-old company.
Yeah.
But I was able to get as a guarantor, I had to sign it, which means it doesn't show up on my credit report, my personal credit report, and it's under the business, which is nice. But I still guarantee the loan, and then I finance it through. Funny thing, I bought it from a Mack dealership, but Toyota finances the one that finances it, which is, I don't know, whatever. Money's money. So have you
Cool.
any experience in it?
So I did cash for dump trailers, and then private financing basically for the roll-off truck and cans that I've got. In the future, as he said, once the business is longer, been around longer than just a little bit, you've got more options. You've got the history. It's now been 2 full years, and we've got a history to go off of. So I'll do the same thing in the future of guaranteeing it personally. But yeah, in the meantime, we're paying down that debt. Hopefully, getting into this next new year and paying a whole bunch of that debt off.
So a lot of people always ask like debt, right? So debt's to me, you could look at debt as good and bad, right? I mean, at the end of the day, if you have, my opinion, bad debt would be if I went out and bought a boat just for my personal,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be good debt because I'd have a hell of a lot of fun. But it's bad debt because it's not bringing me back any money. It's not generating me revenue. Good debt, in my opinion, is debt that will make me money on top of me paying it back. So, honestly, like the Mack truck, I was really surprised that they approved me, number one, because it was a big loan. And I had only 1 year of tax returns, and I had my last 3 months of bank statements. That's all they asked for.
Wow.
And I got approved pretty damn quick. So I was shocked. I really didn't think I was going to get approved for it, but I thought, what the heck, let me just give it a try. At that point, my credit was pretty good. I'm in the 720, 730s. It's not great. It's not bad. But yeah, so it doesn't hurt if you try sometimes, right? And if you know you're going to be able to make the payments, which is never a guarantee, but I definitely felt that I could make the payments. So, yeah, that's good debt in my opinion because I'm making money off of it.
Absolutely. Any way to, I think I made a video a while back, but just talking about leveraging. If you buy this, $5,000 dumpster can or whatever it is, and you're able to just keep that thing turning. I mean, why wouldn't you? It's paying itself off, and the second it's paid off, then it's for sure making you a lot more money. So yeah, absolutely.
So again, guys, if you're not following Daniel the Dumpster Helper, make sure you go to his channel and give him a follow. If you guys are on his channel and not following me, give me a like.
Do it. Do it all.
Talking about other channels, like let me talk real quick. Life's Apprentice, he talks a lot about he financed a big chunk of his dumpsters. And not sure if he would do it again. I think it's good for him, but it's making him money at the end of the day, and that's just good debt. So me personally, I think moving forward, I'm trying as much as I possibly can to not finance cans, but finance if I get more trucks in the future, which is my plan.
Gotcha.
Then I don't mind financing the trucks, but the cans, I'm trying to use the money and the profits that are coming through the company to be able to buy the cans outright. My son subscribed to you, just so you know.
Thanks, bro.
I heard that. So, what else? So, what do you? We talked about what you expect to get out of this conference. Have we talked about that yet? What are you hoping to get out of here?
So, besides today, which was very helpful, I'm hoping for some tactical stuff that I can actually apply to my business immediately. Hopefully, some key thoughts. And then also just some general business knowledge across the board. But ultimately, even what I've already seen earlier today was after the tech support help was there, I just sat around with a couple guys there and just listening, just shutting my mouth and listening to people who do have more dumpsters, who have bigger business, and just learning, just listening from JunkCon. I did the same thing there. I just listened to other people. A few people recognized me at JunkCon, and I just listened to them. We chit-chatted for a while, and I hope to do the same thing here, just learning and asking questions and sharing anything I can give to people. So I think it's going to be a huge thing for direct information from people speaking, as well as just in between time talking with other business owners and just talking through stuff. So that's what I'm hoping for.
So look, at the end of the day, I look at these events, I look at these conferences, I look at these conventions just one way. So it's all about value, and it's all about how much value can we get out of our time. Because I don't spend the money to come out here, come to these kind of events just because I want to hang out at the hotel and chill here with Daniel. Like no offense, but like I mean, I'm here to learn and I'm here to grow my business, right?
Yeah.
So and you only get out of it what you actually put into it. So you got to make sure that you're spending your time wisely. You got to make sure that you're spending your time not at the bar drinking beers, whatever. I mean, you can look. There's a time and a place for everything. If you want to socialize and have a good time, great. But it's all about the networking too. Like I have created so many lifelong friendships from people that I have met at these type of events that also benefit me, obviously business first, and then they become friends long term. If you're sitting in the corner and you're just kind of antisocial, which I don't blame you. I'm 100%. I'm super antisocial. I don't know. It may be an oxymoron that I do a YouTube video and I'm 100. Like I'm super antisocial. It's really hard for me to like just approach people and talk to them, but you kind of have to do that at these events,
right.
Because you'll probably get more out of sitting in here with a one-on-one person that's kind of like somewhat business minded, just like you are, than you would probably sitting in a 2-hour workshop. To be honest with you, right?
I think so.
I mean, if we're sitting here going back and forth, kind of ideas or shooting, if it's a group of people, even better, but kind of ideas of how we've grown our business or something that you may have done that I have not tried or vice versa, and I pick that up, boom, and I go apply that when I go back to my business, which is what you need to do.
Right.
You need to apply what you learn at these things, at these conferences, in your business. That could change the game, right, for your business, in my opinion. So it is, we can sit there, I've been to a lot of bad shows, right? And I've been to a lot of the good shows, but I don't think I've been to any show where I haven't been able to take something from it and at least is worth paying my admission, my ticket in.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Using an event like this, any type of business event, should be used in the same way as a brand new dumpster, a brand new truck, whatever. You're leveraging that time, the energy, the effort, the true cost of going to this event. You're expecting to multiply that. You're expecting to turn around with the information, with the contacts, with the networking, these new thoughts and ideas. You're there to learn. You're there to share, to give as well. But I think ultimately, like walking away, like you said, you should be able to walk away and be thinking like, I'm walking away with information I can take and just go. I can take action today. I can continue brainstorming and building something together. And ultimately just being in the environment of other business, like-minded people who are there to grow, to learn, to share, and just get after it. I think that's just good for you just as a business owner. Like when if you're a one-man show, if you're, smaller operation, whatever that looks like, for you to be in an environment with other people, you're not alone. Like you're not the 364 rest of the year. You're alone in the office, you're alone in the truck, you're wherever. But for this time, for this event, you're with other people. I think that just fills you up. I think that's just an encouragement in general. So that alone, that might be enough. Just getting that boost. So yeah,
we all get burnt out.
Yeah.
We talked about that a little bit during dinner. We all get burnt out, whether it's be in business or in YouTube or in personal, right? So we all get burnt out. So coming to one of these events sometimes is that like kicking the ass, right? Sorry about your channel. My channel, I don't think it can mind if I say something like that. But it's kind of like kicking the butt, right? It's kind of like kicking the rear to that fire to try and get started again. So we all have something to learn. I think somebody mentioned that. We all have something to learn. I don't care if you have 2 cans, 5 cans, 100 cans, 1,000 cans, 4,000 cans. I don't care how many cans you have. If you're not learning, you're dying, right? Because I'm telling you, there's going to be somebody that's going to be hungrier than you, that's going to be in your rear view, and as soon as you let off that gas, they're going to pass you up, and then you're going to be trying to catch up to them. So I think you got a question here, Daniel, from Mr. Trash Dumpster Rentals.
What's going on?
How's the curbside
junk removal working out? Any business coming from that yet? So I do have that on my website. That's one thing I did sort of address with the tech support people. That's one of the things that they're going to have to talk to web dev about, changing some things on what I want to do with that. What I have used that for is people will ask about that if they call, if they've seen that on my website for the curbside pickup stuff, single large items, stuff like that. And they'll call, and then I'll be able to actually talk through it with them over the phone. So that has led to a handful of different small jobs. I'm wanting to. I have not. Promoted that. I have not advertised those things. I'm wanting to get the website to where I want it to be, and then push that in a more aggressive way for those kind of things. So where to where I would be doing dumpster rentals in the morning, and then in the afternoons, that's when I would schedule those single large item pickups or curbside stuff. So. A little bit of profitability from that, but it's not where I want it to be. So that was addressed today, and that's the ball is in motion now. And I hope to put out a video and sharing my experience with going down this road with this kind of stuff. So
it's all about like trying different things, right? I mean, we're still learning.
Yeah.
Excuse me. We're still growing, right? And we're still trying to figure out what our market. Because our market determines what we do, right? I mean, at the end of the day.
You don't get to tell the people in your community what they're going to pay for and what they're going to do. Like
what they need.
They have needs. You need to use your listening ears from school and respond accordingly to them. They're the people with the cash that you want to get. So for me in my market, I'm trying to adjust and to listen and to pivot where they need me to be. People calling me, people responding, people even emailing me, direct customers. Those are the things I want to listen to. So I'm trying to do it one day at a time. So
cool. Well, again, so we're here at Dumpster. Well, we're not at Dumpster Rentals Systems yet, but we will be there tomorrow. We're here in Austin because of Dumpster Rentals DRS Con or Dumpster Con.
Yep.
So not trying to pump it up, but hopefully it's worth it. It's worth your time to come here and your money and our time and our money. And something I want to get out of it, is going to be just again to meet other people, meet other like-minded individuals. So again, if you see me, definitely stop me and say what's up. I'm not as angry as I look, I guess. I try not to be. I try to smile, but so my wife always tells me that I got an angry face. So and so my kids. But what can you do? It's the one I was born with. But any other questions, guys? Let us know. Otherwise, we might just be wrapping it up pretty soon here. What else you got?
Awesome. Matt says experience with AdWords.
Who's got experience with AdWords? I need somebody.
Matt, on my channel, are you asking if we have experience? If you're saying you have experience, he is definitely looking for somebody who knows what they're doing for real with AdWords. So reach out to him if that's what you're talking about.
So look, AdWords is a tricky thing. Let me talk about that because I posted on that on the DRS. On the Dumpster Rentals 101 page, and let me touch on that a little bit. So first of all, if you're not a member of the Dumpster Rentals 101 page,
what are you doing?
Go over there because it's free. It's like I don't make anything off of it again, but it's just a community of like-minded individuals that we all kind of network. So. And so I did post on there that I'm looking for a AdWords guy. I have used, and I'm not going to knock anybody, but I have used several AdWords people. I know how to do AdWords. Let me be honest with you. I do know how to do AdWords. I may not be great at it. I think anybody knows how to do it. I've done plenty of free videos, but again, I just don't have the time to sit there and monitor it all the time. It really should be checked daily. You should be really changing your negative keywords and your positive keywords every single day. If there's a keyword that has prompted your ad to pop up that you don't service, that should become a negative keyword, right? So that's super important, but I just don't have the time to be sitting there and going back and forth every single day, nor do I have the patience for it. So I've been looking for somebody to do it for me, and I've used several people, and it's just, it's frustrating. It's just frustrating because you get sold, the stars and the moon, and you end up getting a rinky-dink Amazon flashlight. I don't know what kind of analogy that was, but but you get what I'm saying, right? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get sold this big dream, like, oh, I'm gonna make you so much money, blah 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 blah. I manage $2.5 million worth of ads every single day, and that doesn't really mean jack crap to me. You know what I'm saying? That just doesn't mean anything to me. Because at the end of the day, it's all about how you produce for my business.
How efficient is it?
Yeah, and if you're not producing, then you got to go. And I'm not going to sit there and keep wasting because it's not like they test the market with their own money. They're testing the market with your ad spend, right?
Play money is your money.
It's our money. So, you know,
Yeah.
anyways, so I'm looking for an AdWords guy who actually can prove or becomes highly recommended. What else do we got? Josh, do you have any luck getting potential 30-yard customers converted to 25-yard dumpsters, or do they say we still want 30s? They definitely say they still want 30s or 40s. I get a lot of that. I do get a lot of 30s and 40s. Have I converted them to a 25-yard? Absolutely. Do they know? Probably not. I don't say I sell them a 30-yard dumpster. Let me be honest with you. I don't say I have 30-yard dumpsters because it's not even on my website. What I do say is if you can fit it in a 30-yard, you're more than likely to be able to fit it in a 25-yard.
Yeah.
Because honestly, the difference is, well, it's 5 yards, right? But it's an extra foot and a quarter, or 1.125 feet, I guess, on a 16-foot dumpster. So it's really not that much, to be honest with you. So I tell them, look, this is a 16-foot dumpster. It's the size of like your garage for the most part, because my 25-yard is honestly a beast. It's huge, and it'll fit in your driveway. So 9 times out of 10, I can convert a residential customer, because most residential customers have no idea what size a dumpster is anyways. They don't know the difference between a 10-yard to a 20 to a 30. It's the contractors who are dead set on getting a 30-yard that's kind of hard to sell on. So I'll be like, hey, I can give you two 20s for a 40, or I can give you two 15s for a 30. And it's going to be pretty similar, because let's say my guy if I farm out something, or kind of a buddy of mine that has 30s, he's charging $800 for a 30. I'm charging $450 for a 20, right? Or $395 for a 15. So for the most part, I can definitely give them the same 2 dumpsters for the price of 1 that they're going to get with him. And I try to sell it that way. So hopefully that helps. What about you? You get a lot of bigger dumpster requests?
With my largest size is a 17-yard. That's the dump trailer. I get, on a regular basis, I would say, people asking for 20s, and a 3-yard difference. It's almost every single time. Like, it's not 100%, but it's real close. I'm like, 17 yards. Technically going above the rail line is a no-no, but as long as I can get the tarp across, things aren't going to be flying out, I'm good with it. And they're like, you know what? Actually, that's fine. That should be good. I can convert anybody on just about on 20s down to a 17, no problem, and no issue. So
that's kind of the problem with a non-standard can, because like a 25-yard is a non-standard can. Most people don't have 25 yards, right? It's either 20s, 30s, and 40s. So the 25-yard is kind of an in-between, so it's kind of a hit or miss. But I also only have 2 15s, 2 25s. So that's the whole reason why I have the off numbers, right? Because the most popular for me are going to be my 20 yards. And then my 5s go out all the time because I only have 2 of them. So I do have an order placed with my company to order 5 more cans, of which are going to be 1 more 15, 1 more 25, and then 3 more 20 yards. Because again, that's what sells the most.
Let's go.
So
yeah,
let's go. We always grow. We got to grow.
Let's go. Yeah,
we got to keep moving. So hopefully, I think mid-March, Bram, if you're watching. Scroll up on your thing here.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I think that's at the
Is this
bottom.
a Mac or what is this?
Yeah, it's a Mac.
Oh, see, I got
That's at the bottom already.
All right. Daniel, how's the curve? Okay, we talked about the curve. So anyways, I don't know. What do you think? What do you got?
What is your experience with AdWords? Matt was asking. The closest thing I can say to AdWords is YouTube tags, which is really not the same thing. So I don't have any experience with AdWords.
You don't run any AdWords?
I know I need to take the Google AdWords
Free course?
free course. I know I need to do that.
Make sure you get plenty of rest before you take that course.
Okay.
It's good, but golly, it'll put you to sleep pretty damn quick.
Oh dear.
If you are insomniac, if you have a hard time sleeping, and I just watched the Google AdWords video for about 5 minutes, and they'll knock you out. But they got good stuff. Don't get me wrong. So AdWords, I I've done a ton of AdWords in the past for previous businesses and this one. It's a really quick way to lose a crap load of money if you don't do it right. I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of people, you could literally lose your butt if you are running AdWords and you're not doing it right or you're not responding to it. If you don't have, let's say you're doing it right, but you just don't have it set up to where you don't have the processes in place to respond to those leads appropriately or in time. You could be losing a boatload of money because you're getting some leads sometimes, and then you just don't have the time to respond to them, or you don't have the leads set up to where they're automated, responded back to them. And then, every time someone clicks on that ad, you're paying money. So if a competitor sits there and clicks on your ad just to check it out, you're paying. And if you don't have your AdWords campaign set up correctly, and they're sitting there and clicking on it multiple times, you're also paying money. Now, Google has some, fireplaces or whatever, not fireplaces, what do you call it? Firewalls in place to stop some of that. There's also a website called ClickCease. I used to use a website called ClickCease. If you're doing, I'd say more than $500 to $1,000 a month in AdWords, I would highly suggest using a website called ClickCease. Because I was paying, I think, $50 a month. This was a couple years ago, but $50 a month, and what it'll do is it will literally block anybody who's clicking on your ad multiple times.
Wow.
And then they also say they'll put in a report to Google for any fraudulent clicks or whatever, and you should sometimes get some money back, but I never did. But it's definitely worth it. It's $50 a month, I'll tell you that much. Also, my experience with Google AdWords is there's just 1,000 ways to do it. There's 100 different types of campaigns you can run. As many keywords as you can do. Each AdWord or each group can be a keyword. It's pretty difficult. My suggestion would be, if you're brand spanking new to it, take the course and then probably hire somebody who can do it correctly, who can do it good. But again, what do you call him? Snake oil salesman is also AKA a Google AdWords guy. I don't mean to be mean, like if you're a Google AdWords person, but they also understand that there's a ton of people that will call. It's almost like Yelp calling your office or Google Angie's List calling your office all the time. It's just, they'll suck you dry and not even care. So you gotta be careful what you do with AdWords. Dumpway dumpsters, y'all look like brothers. Is it the beards? I don't know if it's the beard.
My beard used to be a lot longer, but
my beard used to be a lot darker, but it's getting a little gray now. What's good, fellas? Again, Triple X Science. So that's pretty much where we're at. What else you got? You got any closing statements to talk about, or anything else we gotta touch on before we? It's my bedtime. Oh shit!
I don't know. If you are not here tomorrow, consider going to an event like this for dumpsters, for any type of business thing. I think it only challenges you, helps you as a business owner. It's an encouragement, and you get to meet wild people like somebody who's sitting next to me. So good time, good times, and hope to learn a lot. I'm going to be taking notes. That's another thing. I want to take as many notes as I can, and write down some of those nuggets. And I know I'm going to be trying to share some of those things in future videos. Not recording every single thing that they talk about, but just trying to pull some highlights and share my thoughts with you. So yeah, I think it should be a good time. I'm excited about it. Hopefully this, multiplies the year from things we learn and grow from. So
I plan on doing, we plan on probably doing, I think he's going to do it on his channel, me on mine. I'm going to plan on doing it, or kind of an update, probably every day on the channel to see how things are going for while we're here. So basically just tomorrow and Friday. Kind of giving you guys an update. And finally, when we're completely done, probably Friday evening or Saturday, maybe Friday evening, we'll do like maybe we'll try to get back together and do kind of a recap of how this whole event went for us, what we thought about it, give you the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. So
yes, sir.
Stay tuned. I got a couple more questions. Triple Axel Sanger was too busy working all day. He did not see any of my videos that explained where I was going or what I was doing. Damn it, Brock. You know what I'm saying? For those of you guys who are joining late, if you don't know, we are in Austin for the DRS convention or Dumpster Con. Dumpster convention, dumpster conference, not convention. keep saying convention. It's more of a conference, but hosted by DRS, which is the software that we use for our dumpster business. So we are in Austin, Texas, and they got a 2.5 day event here. He keeps dropping them like they're hot. He keeps saying he keeps dropping those dumpsters like they're hot. I be watching every one of your TikToks talking about I'm dropping it. Yo. What's he say? Oh, I forgot. I'm here. Anyways, Triple Axis Slanger. We done. What do you got?
Matt said, how many dumpsters do you want to have by the end of the year? Right now, minimum I'm wanting to have myself personally is, minimum is 5. Total of 5 from 4. That would be getting rid of 1 dump trailer, getting 2 cans to actually get the roll-off cans going more. But ultimately, 2 more would be like at the end of the year, possibly. But we'll see. I think big things are in store this year. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Cool.
Cool.
Very good. Do you feel that the cans is where you need to be at versus the trailers?
Yeah. That's always been the goal. It's just, can I get things rolling enough with the dump trailers to then position myself more into the actual can. So that's the ultimate goal, but just kind of working my way to that. So
there are still customers though that want the trailer, right?
Yes. So to that, there are specific customers I've had. At least, again, your market is your market. Just because somebody else does something different doesn't mean you should. There are customers specifically still in my area, HOAs and other places that are like, I don't want a can. They destroy driveways. Now, whether that's actually true or not,
that's a pet peeve.
Could be different an answer, but I've had people say, yeah, I just want the dump trailer. Or I had a customer that they already called a much larger company, probably for a different price, but they couldn't get up the driveway because there was a tree, there was power lines, a roll-off truck, and a dumpster would not fit. There had to be a dump trailer that was much lower. So for those types of customers, there's absolutely a market for me. But being able to do both, I think I'm going to keep at least my 115-yard dump trailer, and then my buddy's 217s I'll still have at my disposal. No pun intended, but literally I'll still have those 3, and then all cans after that. So I still want to dabble in both because I do think it's enough value to certain customers. So just kind of the playing 2 different strategies. So
all right. So when I had the dump trailers, that was my pitch, right? It's it's driveway friendly,
right.
Rubber tires will never damage or scratch your driveway. That's a hell of a pitch.
Yeah,
and it's good, and it sounds believable. And it may be 100% right. I've never, knock on wood again, because we talked about this. I have yet to damage someone's driveway because my roll-off dumpster rolled off the truck. My truck, it just goes slow. I mean, it's just not fast enough for it to damage anybody. But it could happen. It could. I mean, I think one time off the trailer, something gave in the trailer, and the dumpster did go into a bush. So it could almost went into their house, but luckily that didn't happen. But my point is that driveway friendly is a really good pitch if you have trailers, 100% hands down. But if a customer calls me and says, "Well, your dumpster damaged my driveway?" Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I can drive that dumpster. I can park that dumpster between, I can literally park it and leave a hair between, cones if I needed to. I think I've gotten the hang of how to drop them pretty good. So
with dump trailers, there's been people like, can you drive this around the back of my house in the grass? I'm like, dude, no problem at all.
Yeah.
I can back this puppy up anywhere you want it. I can get the sucker there. I can chalk the wheels. I can raise up the front jack like a madman to get it to be actually level for the customer. So when they're loading it, it's safe. All the wheels are chalked. Like, that's another kind of a point that I've made. And people are like, oh, yeah, absolutely, I want that. So
my response to that would be, I'll put the dumpster wherever you want it as well. If it rains
Oh, we've seen that.
and I can't get the dumpster because it's on the mud or the grass,
Oh.
I'm charging you $20 a day. You know what
Fair,
I'm saying?
fair.
If it's not on concrete, we highly suggest it being on concrete. If it's not on concrete and it rains and your yard is, because we got a ton of rain the last couple of days too. I don't have anything stuck, but I could have had I parked something on the grass, and I will charge a customer.
Oh.
I will charge a customer appropriately because it's not my fault.
You
wanted
literally
to put
asked
on
for it.
yeah.
You were warned. That makes sense to me.
Now about the whole chalking the tires and all that stuff, I don't need to chalk the tires. My truck or my dumpsters, they're like less than a foot off the ground. They're low. So they're curb height, right? So if we park it up against the curb, you can literally roll something right in, like a wheelbarrow or something like that, into the dumpster. So that's also a selling point. It's all about how you word things to the customer, right? I could sell, you can sell ice to an Eskimo as long as you word it correctly. You know what I'm saying? You just got to word it right and play with, you're not lying to the customer.
Right.
You're just selling your equipment based on what makes your equipment unique, right?
I think one thing that I've been learning more recently, learning how to position yourself to the customer in a way that, like, not like manipulating the customer, but like they have certain emotions about this. They're insecure about the driveway being damaged. They don't know if they need a dumpster for 10 days or a week or 2 days or 1 day. Responding to the customer in a way that's going to play off of those emotions to where you can give them security, you can give them peace, you can de-escalate maybe a stressful situation. They don't know what's going on, they don't know what size they need. You're able to talk them through those things and position, whether it's the dumpster or the length of a rental or whatever that is, to where you hear what they're saying, and whatever they're saying is, you're able to put those things to rest, and that they're like, oh, whew. Like, you want to be the problem solver, solution guy. And so that's one thing I'm trying to learn myself in responding. What is the pain point that they have, and then what's the solution to that based on what I am currently working with what I have available to me. So that's a thought.
So look, we're kind of going a little bit off topic, but I think it's a good topic, right? And I think it's important to talk about because it's these kind of discussions that go off topic that some people learn a lot more from. So I'm gonna say one more thing about this whole situation, right? For a lot of you new guys, me included, whether it was any other companies before this one or this one, we think that customers will mainly base their decision on price. So we come in with the one thing that we know to do is lower the price, right? I just want to beat the competition. I got to be the cheapest so that I could be cheaper than Johnny down the street, or Waste Management down the street, or Republic, or whatever they may be. And the truth is, that's not true. It's not. Look, if that was the case, right, Starbucks would not be in business. If I just wanted a coffee and I wanted to buy a coffee based on price, I'd go to 7-Eleven and buy a $1.99 coffee or 99 cents or whatever it may be. Or I'd go to Dunkin' Donuts and buy a $2.99 coffee and I get a donut on top of that, probably included for free, right? I wouldn't go to Starbucks and pay a $6 or $7.99 coffee, okay? If that's the case, the Ritz-Carlton or the Hyatt or whatever it may be would not be in business and everybody would stay at Motel 6. Okay, so it's not about price, it's about value. And again, I go back to the value. I talked about the value that these kind of conferences have to give us, or that the kind of value that we take out of it. The same value that we're looking for out of a conference like this is the same kind of value that a customer is looking for out of, hopefully, our services. So we're not selling based on price, we're selling based on our experience, we're selling based on our reputation, we're selling based on our professionalism. Waste Management cannot compete with us when it comes to delivering a dumpster on time, or getting to a dumpster at the last minute, or picking up a dumpster right away and swapping it out. They cannot compete. Yeah. So why are we trying to compete with them and beat their prices just because it's a race to the bottom? And I'm gonna say this every single time when people talk about, I can sell a dumpster, I can do a dumpster for $250 when I see these $199 specials. Okay, you're only hurting yourself. It's a race to the bottom. You're gonna run out of business. You're gonna run out of money, and next thing you know, you're gonna be putting your stuff on the market for sale. And then people are gonna be like, "Oh, it's because those YouTubers were sitting there telling me I could make $1 million a year selling the dumpsters." Am I venting? Am I
going.
venting, yo?
Keep
Let me
going,
know if
bro.
I'm venting because I'll shut up and I'll go back to it's bedtime, right? You know what I'm saying? I only had one drink. Well, no, yeah, one drink. Okay, so I don't mean to vent, but it's true.
Bro, for real.
So
You're man going after the wrong customer. If you're like exactly what you said, racing to the bottom. Like if the cheapest place, you know what the coffee example, 99. There wouldn't be Starbucks. There wouldn't be anything else. There would be no other options. Period. But clearly, the market says across our entire country, it's not just about price. It is about value, and we're hello.
that's awesome.
Because it's not just about price only. That means that they value things besides price. They value the customer service. They value what you're bringing to the table. They value all sorts of other things. So that's something I'm still trying to learn and grow in. And like, how can I position myself to offer these dumpsters, offer this type of service in a way that just blows their mind? That they're like, I would be an idiot to not go with these people. That's where I'm at. So changing the mindset. It's not a natural thing because the rat race is what we're probably most drawn to. We got to pull away from that. So I'm still in the process of trying to do that myself.
So it's not only changing the customer's mindset; it's about changing our own mindset too, right? Because again, the whole mindset that the price or the value, we've got to change that in ourselves and realize that we bring value to the table. It's not. I've said it before though. I'm guilty. You can look up my videos in the past and you can look them up. And I've said before, look, we rent a metal can to a customer. We put it in a driveway. 9 times out of 10, they don't care. They want to throw their garbage in the metal can. They just want the garbage out of their house. Makes sense, right? But that doesn't take away from the value that we provide the customer. You know, I don't even know how many times I get a huge thank you because someone's parents may have passed away, or, you know, we made the whole process much simpler because it was just so easy to book with us. We were there when we said we were going to be there. We took it away when we said that we were going to take it away. Or when a house is on the market, goes on the market last minute. I don't know how many I've done of those where, you know, they call because the house needs to go for sale and this dumpster needs to be picked up on Sunday because, you know, the house is sold and the new buyer's going to do a walkthrough on Monday. It's things like that we create the value. We have to make sure that we price ourselves correctly and see the value in ourselves. So, ladies, but I don't know if she wants to kick us out or whatnot.
Maybe.
We're in the lobby of the hotel, so it may be me getting loud. Actually, they thought we were fighting in here. I don't know. But any other questions we got?
Wow was booted. What's your guys' opinion? Oh.
You got a lot of comments in here. What's up with my subscribers? Y'all ain't commenting or anything, asking no questions. Daniel the Dumpster Handles channel, he's got all kinds of questions over
Why
there.
hasn't AF posted? AF posted been a while.
Why haven't I posted in a while? Oh man, so I am going through some business changes in my other business. I'm just going to put it out there. There's some things that are going to be coming up in the next couple of weeks, hopefully months. It's going to be a big change in my life coming up. And I can't say too much, but as soon as it does, you guys will be one of the first to know. And I've just been super tied up in doing that. I'm also building a movie room in the house. It's kind of cool, like in the attic. So we're making a room out of the attic. So that's kind of different. So it's just been a lot of stuff going on. And to be honest with you too, I kind of have been a little burnt out on the YouTube thing. And I know we were talking about that at dinner. It's not you guys, it's me. It feels like a broken relationship, right? It's not the YouTube. It's just, it's not you, it's me. It's just the whole, like, you know, the whole time consuming part of it. And then when I'm so busy, it's super hard to just grab the camera. It's so much easier sometimes when you're picking up a can, you're in and out. And especially because I have a hook lift, no offense. Because I have the hook, I'm in and out in like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. If I gotta get out and take the camera and put it down and record, I wish I had like a helper, somebody that could ride with me and record with me. That'd be awesome. But I don't, so that's that. So that's, hopefully I answered your questions. I want to put out more content, I really do, and I'm trying to.
Here we go. We've got, what's your guys' opinion on partnership in this business? So I guess that's assuming.
Somebody asked what's
partnership
our idea on partnership?
In the business, is that with
business.
like
A business partner?
I'm assuming that's what they're meaning. My literally 2 seconds of a thought. Bringing in another partner, whatever it may be, however many other partners you may have in your business.
Investors.
Investors. Well, I guess I don't know. You're slave to the lender. People you have to answer to means that's another person who's got a bullseye on your head. You're having to perform at a certain level, and if their expectations are not met, then you are going to pay the price in some way. So, whatever that deal might look like, as long as all of these contingencies are looked at and addressed. What if this happens? If this happens, if you address all those things and you feel comfortable with those things, maybe even have a lawyer look at all that stuff. Cool. But as far as getting too deep into that, for me, that's not for me right now. Having any type of an investor in my situation, I don't want to have another person looking over my shoulder going, "Are you doing that right? Are you I just don't need that extra pressure, and I want to have that freedom, which comes with maybe less money overall. But that's my thought.
Someone posted that the only ship that doesn't sink is a partnership. I'm 100% on that. Like, I don't know, Facebook comes to mind right away, like the whole Zuckerberg thing, right, where they just stabbed each other in the back. But that's obviously like, I don't know very many partnerships that have succeeded. Don't get me wrong, there's plenty that have, but it's just, you can get into a partnership with your best friend, with your parents, with your brother, your sister, and that's just so dangerous, right?
Yeah,
because you could just ruin relationships that way, and they have been really ruined. So when money's involved, when the people that you know are usually not the same person, you become a different person. When money and stress is involved, or when no money, when you look at that bank account and there's literally not enough to pay the bills or to pay payroll on Friday, it's being a business owner is a roller coaster. It ebbs and flows. You have good months, you have bad months, and sometimes you have more bad months than you have good months. Hopefully you have more good than bad. But it's hard. It's hard doing it by yourself. It's harder doing it with a partner.
Communication seems like it would be a million times harder doing that.
So somebody said, I've noticed in my market that a homeowner is completely fine with a trailer. They mostly don't know the difference. Commercial contractors often do not want a dump trailer. Elite Equipment said that. Very true. A lot of commercial guys, they're not used to the dump trailer. Again, dump trailer comes in really good when you're talking to roofers. Roofers love the dump trailers. And homeowners, sometimes if you're renting a dumpster to an elderly person and when they have to get up 4 feet or 3 feet off the ground to get in the dumpster, that might be a problem. But then again, like if you have pictures on your website, if you're really clear to the customer what you sell, then there should be no question what you roll up with, right? At the end of the day, so if you were renting them a dump trailer, they should know it's a dump trailer. If you're renting them a regular trailer, then they should know that.
Steven says, thanks for all the videos, guys. I'm in my second year, 5 dump trailers so far. I've learned a lot from you. Man, 5 dump trailers. That is...
It's a lot of tires.
That's a lot. That's a lot of tires. That's a lot of registrations. But the thing is, like what we're talking about, if your market says we want dump trailers specifically, the cost of operating and maintaining might be a bit more for you with those dump trailers. But if that's what they want, give the people what they want. Ultimately,
there's a company out of Fort Worth, Texas. I forget their name, and I'm really sorry if you're watching this because I know you guys are on the channel. But I've met them in person. They own like 40 or 50 dump trailers.
Wow.
They're all painted yellow and they rent them out. So it's a little bit different concept.
So the customer picks them up and...
Customer picks them up and then they dump them.
Wow.
And they bring them back. But there's a need there and they're meeting that need and they're growing big. Last I heard they were about 40. That was probably about a year ago. So... I know they seem like they're doing pretty dang on good.
Serious dump trailers.
Excuse me. What else we got? Building a business, low and slow. What's up, Dan? I haven't seen you in a while, probably because I haven't been on. But nice to see you on the channel, Dan. Long time follower, and I appreciate all your comments and your suggestions a lot of times. Anything else we got over there? Hooks are where it's at. What's up, Tommy? Tommy F is saying hooks is where it's at. I like your way of thinking, my man. Hooks are where it's at. My neighbor just got a can from another guy, and my wife was dying watching him pick it up with the cable. She said she saw now why I went with the hook. Look, there's advantages and disadvantages to every system. I'm not knocking the cable guys whatsoever, and I'm not saying the hook is much better. Oh, I am saying the hook is better than the cable, but there's an advantage to it. You know what I'm saying? So cables, you know, I don't know, cables you can actually put more than what it's rated for if you use what do you call that thing? The snatch box.
Snatch box?
You know what I'm saying? So maybe you could put more stuff on there. If I'm maxing out my hook, it more than likely there's little tricks you can do to pick up a can, but it more than likely won't pick up that can. So and you know, a lot more people have cables than they have hooks in most areas, right? So if I needed somebody to back me up because my truck went down, it would be harder for me to find somebody with a hook lift truck than it would be with somebody with a cable truck, which is why, sneak peek, the next 5 dumpsters that I'm ordering, that I have ordered, I ordered them dual purpose, so dual hook and cable hook on the bottom. So in case anything does happen in the future, and that's what I'm gonna start ordering from now on. And the cost difference really is minimal. Honestly, I think it's under like, I want to say it's like $200, $250 to add the secondary hook on the cable on the bottom. So it's a no-brainer for me. I should have done the first 12 like that, but I didn't. So live and learn. But moving forward, it's not gonna be much to do that at all. And like I said, these are gonna be the next ones next 5 are that way. So I'm excited to get those. But again, I could pick up a can a lot faster, I'll be honest with you, than you could in the cable though.
I bet you could.
Especially a trailer. Especially if you have to tether the damn remote, like I used to have to do. What else you got?
Cable pull is for professionals.
Talking. I got you. Hey, I hear you. I bet you he drives a big old like tandem axle. Yeah, I only drive a single axle. I only drive a under CDL. I don't drive a tandem axle one. So all those real big trucks, it's really hard. There's a company though that it's female owned, and again, I always forget company names, but she's got a ton of trucks, and she runs all Max with tandems. She's got like a purple logo. I forget what it's called, but she's got the real big hook lift trucks too. So, good point. Another question: when you drop a can to a customer and they keep it for a week, do you charge them for each day they keep it? So my prices are all inclusive for up to 7 days. Whether a customer wants it, I have changed this several times throughout me being in business based on what the company needs, right, and what the customers needs, right? Because as the company grows, as I add more cans, it's going to be hard for me to touch the cans every 2 to 3 days, right? Than it will be to touch the cans once a week, right? So as I continue to grow, I'm changing my policies a little bit. If a customer wants it for 2 days, that's fine. It's the same price as if you wanted it for 7 days. My price includes up to 7 days, regardless of how many days you want it for. If they want me to pick it up sooner than the 7 days, just give us a call and we'll pick it up as soon as we possibly can. After 7 days is where I start charging the daily rental of anywhere from $15 to $20 to $25 a day.
Gotcha. Because I have low inventory, that puts me on the other side of the scale, to where every single day I want to be turning them as quickly as I possibly can. So I'm as profitable as I can per day. So I charge a 1 day rental price, and then each additional day is compared to most other companies out there, a much larger day rate after that. So I'm encouraging people to do a shorter term rental so that I can turn them quicker because of the low inventory. Otherwise, if I was charging the same prices anywhere close to larger companies with more cans, I'm not paying half of my bills. So for me, turning the dumpsters over as quick as I can is the name of the game. My highest dumpster rentals in 1 month was 38, and that's with, I believe I had 4 running at that time. So I was working it as quick as I could, and that's where I'm at for me. My week long rental price for a 15 or my 17 is probably the same week long rental price as like a 30. Or maybe a 40 in my area. So I'm really pushing people to do shorter jobs, weekend, clean outs, single day stuff like that. And I have been able to convert quite a bit of people to go from, I think it'll take me all week to a 2 day, and I'm able to turn them much quicker. So with how I'm doing my pricing every day that they have it, it's pushing them and encouraging them to take action immediately so that they can save money in the big picture. Because if their goal is ultimately to fill up this 15-yard dumpster, let's get it done now and benefit from not it sitting there for a week or whatever longer. So that's just where I'm at. Eventually, at some point, the teeter-totter is gonna pivot the other way, and I'm gonna have to adjust my pricing because I won't be able to keep up with every single day rentals like that. Maybe for like one size, I'll do that with just low inventory for that one size or something like that. I don't know, just to offer that to people. But things will have to change as I grow as a business owner. The dumpsters grow. It's just gonna have to pivot and change and adjust. So I'm behind where he's at, but I'm gonna have to go that way, or else I won't be able to fulfill all these rentals. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the way. It's all time versus your time, right? Labor versus. So you're more profitable, right? For the most part, you're gonna be more profitable on that specific can. With 4 cans going out 38, that's almost 10 cans. Each can goes out. That's almost 10 touches a month. In a month. Yeah. When the industry standard, I can't talk right now. When the industry standard is what, 3.5, right? 3.5 turns. 3.5 touches per can per month is what the kind of average is. So it's really good. Probably more profitable, but a lot more labor intense, a lot more expensive. I mean, more fuel, more time, more wear and tear on his truck. So it all depends on where you're at. Yeah, because when I had 5. I was doing 1, 3, and 7 day rentals, right? And the 7 day rental was a lot more expensive because I really wanted to keep people in the 1 and 3 day rentals. And to be honest with you, literally you can fill up a 15-yard dumpster in an hour. One person could probably fill up a 15-yard dumpster in, let's say, no more than 2 to 3 hours at the most. So really, 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 a house cleanup, they shouldn't really need it more than a day or two. I mean, if they're renting a 15-yard for 7 days, they're literally just having to sit there forever.
Yeah, I had one customer, actually this was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. He said, I just retired. I've got this huge work shed, barn, whatever he called it, in the back. I really need to clean it up. It's finally time. I'm needing a dumpster for about a week. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna be transparent with you. My pricing for a week long for one of my cans is gonna be quite a bit more expensive than the bigger company. So if that's the name of the game, just telling you up front, I'm almost like trying to talk him out of it. Just being so blunt with him, like this is what it is. And he's like, it kind of shook him up. And he's like, oh, really? Well, okay, well, what if I did it just for a couple days? I'm like, well, it's this much lower price. And he's like, oh, well, actually, this is the boost and kind of kick in the butt I need to get this job done. I'm not trying to mess around for a week or 2 weeks messing with this stupid thing. I just need to get it done. I want to get serious about this. I will be calling you back soon. He called me back like the next day. And boom, like he got his project done. So sometimes it works out that way. Sometimes they're like, no, I don't trust myself. I don't know if I could get it done because I am lazy, because I am, fill in the blank. They're not going to say that, but just depends on that customer where they're going with it.
It's the same thing with the contractors. I got contractors who want to sit on the cans for months because they just want it on their property, on the job site, to keep it clean, which, I'll tell them, it's a much better idea to, I'm sure you've seen it, especially at the new construction sites where the contractors will build their square box out of like plywood, and they'll have like a little temporary dumpster there. And I tell them it's a much better idea to just do that kind of thing and then call me when you're ready.
Stage it.
Yeah, and then, you don't have to, have this huge expense at the end of the day and then call me like, hey, why'd you charge me all this overage? So, anyways, we're going on an hour. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up.
Yeah.
I got we got an early morning, and I go to bed pretty daggone early. So, any last words of wisdom, encouragement, or advice?
Keep learning and growing. That's what we're here to do. Challenge yourself. Next time you're able to make one of these events or to make it to one of our live streams again, ask questions, maybe write down some questions throughout the week, things that come up for you in your business. Any way to pick people's brains, the Facebook group and other groups you're in that you should be in, be asking questions, be learning, listen twice, speak maybe once, and just learn and grow and try to help others. So yeah, that's my thought.
Well, I appreciate you guys joining us tonight. This was definitely kind of a last minute thing, and we thought, well, why not? We'll just go live and say what's up to everybody and kind of talk, which obviously we do a pretty good job of just jabbing away. So appreciate you guys joining. Georgia in the chat, what's up, everybody? Thanks again. Dan, thank you. All you guys, thank you for joining. Make sure you give us a like, subscribe, smash the notification bell, and we will see you guys on the next one.
Yep. See you guys.